What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. So I made a video yesterday talking about nobody's going to boycott, and I see some people. They say I want to boycott anyway. I need to boycott anyway. Some people are under the assumption that I'm saying no. We should be allowed to. We should tolerate the disrespect and still shop at these people's places, right? And if you heard that in my video, if that's what you heard, right? Then that means you didn't comprehend nothing that I said. That means that your understanding, your comprehension of words and how sentences work made it so you didn't get anything that I said. Because I was pretty clear in what I was trying to say. I was very detailed because I want to be poignant about it. All right? Boycotting is not going to do anything. All right? First of all, you cannot boycott Chinese products and services living in America because all of our products are made by China. Therefore, it's impossible for you to boycott China and Asian products. You can't boycott Chinese and Asian products unless you're going to start manufacturing a lot of this shit that you use on a daily basis, all right? But what you want to do, all right, is you need to just literally not boycott. You don't call it a boycott. Boycott, like I said, boycotts are temporary. You're exiting economic cooperation with certain group of people or entity for a particular reason. Meaning, you're boycotting a business in order for that business to do something for you to change the nature of the racial relationship before you participate in that activity, into that service, into that economic cooperation. That's boycotting. There is a reason for boycott. Boycottings are supposed to end after negotiations. Now, we're not sitting around negotiating with Asians. And there's nothing in particular we want besides being treated like with respect from those people. So what we do, we go beyond the boycott. You have to go beyond the boycott, but in order to go beyond the boycott, you have to have enough power, economic power, to be able to provide those services and products for yourself. So you have no need for those products. And then you identify all the other products that you get from these people, and you identify other routes in obtaining that same product via yourself. Look for somebody that look like you, that come from Africa or come from the Caribbean, right, that sells or manufactures the same products. Now, can that be hard? Yes, certain items, but you got to have enough attrition about your, B1 activities to go the extra step to purchase those said items from that black person. When enough people collectively starts to purchase that alternative item from that said black person, that said black person now becomes economically empowered to upscale their business and to upscale the production of that product. And then that person will be able to provide you with top tier products and services. And you also should hold them accountable for the quality and the customer service of their service based off you supporting them. You just have to slow fade everybody else and start buying black. It takes a while to identify the things that you purchase in your life in order to survive or satiate yourself. It takes a little bit more effort to find out what black person makes this and try your best to order it. You can order everything online. You can order black toilet paper. If you want black, you can get black Chinese food and it tastes better than Chinese food. You can go to black hair salons. Instead of going to the convenient Korean one that's next to the convenient Asian store, that's next to the convenient Chinese store, since all that shit should be next to each other, so it's convenient for a woman to go to the parking lot, go get her nails done, oh, she gotta go get some hair, go into the hair salon, right, and so on and so on. Oh, let me go get my numbers, let me go to the liquor store, and so on and so. It's so easy because it's all located in the same place, right? So what we gotta do is take the extra effort, which requires individual discipline, to instead of going to that Chinese place, once you go find all those black nail techs that's out here that went to school, right, that's running their own operations everywhere around America. Now, you may not be able to go to a fancy, smancy, freaking little freaking store where you got about 30 nail techs and they got all the fancy equipment. You may be going to some black woman's house, or maybe her small renting business office in some industrial park that has a whole bunch of little businesses and behind booths and stuff. But you can go to a black nail tech to get your nails done. And when they speak, you're going to understand what they say. So there ain't going to be no problems with them, thinking they talking shit. You want to get your feet done? There's plenty of beautician black women who can do your feet. Go to their businesses. Go patronize them. Make them money so they can move out of their house, move out of that little booth, and go rent a place. So they can say, you know what, business is good. Let's organize 5 or 6 of us, and let's go ahead and get us a commercial establishment together. That's what you do. That's how you support. Huh? Instead of going to the Asian international grocery store, why don't you go to that Nigerian international grocery store that's competing with that Asian grocery store? They got actual organic products in it. How about that? You like organic, black people like organic. Well, when you go to that African grocery store and when you walk in there and you smell everything, that's the smell of fresh. That's the smell of organic, where you can get things that will heal your body, all that stuff. You know how these black folks like. We like our fresh herbs and our fresh this and that. Ain't nothing fresher than going inside some African grocery store, whether it be an Ethiopian grocery store, Nigerian grocery store, a Ghanaian grocery store. They're everywhere now. They popping up. So instead of boycotting black businesses because of some diaspora war on TV, because some dumbass FBA and some dumbass African is talking shit about each other because they stupid, you go into the African grocery store and you go support that African grocery store. There's plenty of African grocery stores that's competing hardcore with all these other international grocery stores and got the real organic shit. While that organic grocery store you going to got non-organic products that are labeled organic. That's lying to you openly. Go to the African grocery store. I guarantee you it's organic because it goes bad when it's supposed to go bad. Huh? We already go get our hair and stuff cut by black folks. We're pretty much good on the hair thing. But how about buying hair products? There are Africans right now turning banana leaves and plantain leaves into hair. There are black people who are sourcing and making hair, but you don't want to buy from them. You got to go to the convenient Asian store down the street. Y'all women talking about y'all gonna boycott, y'all gonna do locks now? And when you go do your locks, you gonna go to the Asian store to get your beeswax? Or you gonna go to a black establishment that's selling it? Because they do exist, you know. There are black women opening up stores. And if it's too far to drive, do they got a website you can order from? You order Uber Eats all the time and pay 3 times the price for food that's some trash. You can't pay 2 times the price for some hair just to support a black woman, so maybe she can move out of her basement and move into a building you can walk into? You see, y'all not serious. Y'all not serious about what it's really going to take to get some respect. You think stop going to the Asian shop going to work? It would if y'all all did it, but we can shut down any Chinese food restaurant in 3 or 4 months just by not going. Everyone, y'all think these damn Asian establishments are banking? You think these guys are millionaires walking in there? Listen, these people, if you go to where they come from, right, you will notice that there's not a lot of job opportunities where these people come from. These people worship money, right? And they don't have the same sense of community like we do. All right, these Asian people are cutthroat with each other who look like them. They don't unify with people who look like them. You understand? They have some serious deep-seated cultural problems that we are experiencing because we are so much different from them. Right? Y'all talking about if they ain't scared. They are scared of us. That's why when you go to the Chinese place to buy some chicken and rice, you got this thick goddamn plastic bulletproof wall. That's why they're afraid. But they got no choice to be there because the white man ain't gonna let them set up there. The white man pointed right there. You set up. If you're gonna come over to America from your dictatorship that you just came from, if you come from America where you get treated like you're gonna come from your country where you get treated like a slave and you got no rights, right, to America, you're gonna set up shop right there. That's what they told them agents, and they had no choice but to set up shop right there. And if you believe that a particular institution is treating you like shit, you stop going there. You boycott. I seen real black communities boycott Asian establishments that were being disrespectful to the community. Real boycott where they'll stop people from going in. Ain't none of y'all doing that. So if you ain't doing that, I don't want to hear shit about boycott. Because I can walk in any hair salon, I'm going to see a black person in there because they just got to get their hair. It's important. They got to go to work. They got to look good. They don't care about none of this bullshit. That's how y'all roll when the convenience overcomes the need for respect. You guys don't want the respect because you rather have the convenience. Because you got to have the product and it has to be easy for you to obtain it. That's the problem. Y'all, you're right. Y'all not like your ancestors. You're not like your ancestors. Because when that bus boycott, you don't think the black people were inconvenienced by not being able to get on the public transportation to go and to from work? You don't think that caused dramatic changes in people's lives? You don't think that people had to step up and do extra shit they ain't ordinarily have to do in order to participate in the boycott? Y'all not about no real goddamn revolutionary boycotts, to shut the hell up. Y'all just talking shit on the internet. And you know what we was doing while we was boycotting over here? We was B1ing over here. Huh? We was setting up independent cab rides to get our kids to school, to get people to work, to get people from point A to point B. We were proactive about the boycott, and it worked. And it was still temporary when you call it a boycott. No, we need a fundamental change how black people spend black dollars. A fundamental change. If you don't say B1 if you ain't spending with black at the best of your ability, it's not possible to spend 100% black. That's not realistic. But it is possible. A lot of the petty things that you purchase in your life can be purchased by a black person. A lot of things that you need to get done can be done by a black person. And by you doing that, by us collectively doing that on our own individual basis, it creates a market for those black business owners. So then they can invest that money that they're now getting from their black brothers and sisters who are now supposedly supporting them. Now they can build establishment that will rival the establishments that they have. That will rival the establishment of those who are put in between us as wedge communities in order to keep us down, in order to create divisions like this. Now, I want to ask y'all a real serious question. How many Asian shops have boycotted the black community over the years, despite the fact that there's been many of lowbrow African-American thugs walking in there killing shop owners for no reason? We like to pull out two incidences where an Asian shop owner has killed a black person. How many black people have killed those Asian shop owners? How many black people have walked into an Asian establishment and robbed them and killed them because of it? Do you see them boycotting us? Listen, we can kill as many Asians as we want and as many Chinese food shops we want. They still gonna keep setting up camp. No matter how mad they get that every place they set up in the black community, here comes some knucklehead that want to just bring death and destruction to them. Have you noticed that the Asian people still set up camp? They're not boycotting black people at all. Why? Because they know there's money there. They will sacrifice their lives to get that black dollar. Now, if they would sacrifice their lives and not complain about how many of them done gotten murdered over the decades because of some gang manga, some drive-by shooting, some thug, because black folks like to hang out where? Where they like to hang out at? Outside of the liquor store, right? Outside of the area where they can get their cigarettes, where they can get their rolling paper, where they can get them a beer or two, where they can sip on their their liquid or smoke their leaf of choice to make themselves a little bit lethargic, on a daily basis. Huh? How many of them Asian people done died, but they still setting up shop when they get an opportunity? Why? Because there's money here in the black community. So if there's money here in the black community and they're willing to risk their lives to come get it, why are you not willing to not risk your life and just risk slight inconvenience to go get it yourself? Spend money with yourself so people can spend money with you. People keep asking where all our shit at. We got everything that everybody else selling, but we don't take ourselves seriously economically. We don't even consider black businesses legitimate businesses for us to patronize on a regular basis as a normal thing. No, we look at those as novelties and shit. Oh, that's cute. That's a pop-up. No, that's our problem. So I don't want to hear none of this bullshit boycotting. Because if that was the case, you should have kept that same energy a long time ago when them goddamn Asian shop owners was putting their hands on our black women on a daily basis because they want to fight them. Huh? Y'all should have kept that same energy at the beginning. Y'all was waiting for the verdict to see if you was going to do it. That goes to show me y'all not serious. There's multiple reasons to boycott or stop buying at Asian stores in our black community. And this is not the one. This is not the nail or the straw that broke the camel's back. That camel is dead and it's nothing but bones. We can see his bones on the ground. He's already dead. What y'all talking about? But y'all still trying to ride that shit. That's on you. That's the problem black people got. That's the problem. We got all this energy, run that goddamn mouth, but we ain't gonna do and what we gonna do, but we don't actually do the shit because we let convenience dominate us. Asians establishments are convenient in black neighborhoods. Therefore, we don't want to sacrifice our convenience to stop shopping at their stores. We'll take the disrespect because it's so goddamn convenient. But then you want to have you want to be pissed off of some African, you want to boycott the same people. We talking about FB. These are FBA-minded individuals because they want to, but you want to use all right about to boycott some black businesses. When has any African ever shot an African American for stealing a bottle of water in America? Or for a bag of Skittles? Or any case, just shot them because they was afraid of them because they was black. As a matter of fact, you go into an African shop, they're not going to have any subconscious or conscious fright for you. They're not gonna be scared because you look like them. They're comfortable with you walking around in their shops and their aisles looking for something to buy. Huh? They're comfortable. They're not in combat mode in your communities, are they? No, you walk in that bitch, they're having a conversation with somebody. They're not even paying attention to you till you go to the damn aisle and purchase your product. That's organic, by the way. That's real, by the way. That's all I'm saying. So y'all guys not serious? I buy black like shit. I got so many options around here. I go, if I want some chicken, I go to the Caribbean joint. If I want some soup, they sell soup there. I don't gotta get egg drop soup. You know, I can go and get me some damn soup of the day from the Jamaican joint. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying I don't every now and get Chinese food, but now you got Uber Eats, you got multiple choices. So if you talk about convenience, Chinese food used to be convenient because they was the only ones delivering. Remember that? Now that made sense. It was them and Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut stopped delivering, and it was just a Chinese man. But now you got Uber Eats. Shit, everybody delivers. What's your excuse now? These establishments, right, these Asian communities, they survive off our dollars. If we stop going to their establishments, not as a boycott, just simply because we found another business, you know, that's ran by somebody look like us that can do the same thing. And like I said, even though you buy black, you still demand high quality service from that black business owners. And we start comparing that black business owner with that black business owner. That's what we start doing. We start saying that business owner is better with this product than that black business owner. We start having our own little Yelp reviews, make our own little black, red, green book review of some shit, the black businesses. Stop playing, stop acting like we don't got black entrepreneurs out here preaching to the black mountaintop that, hey, I provide this service, patronize me. No, you glance right past that. You swipe right past that. You don't even think about that shit. And that's a psychological issue we got in our head as black people. We don't support the people that's out here risking their financial lives to provide us with those same products and services. And then you want to complain about the places you like to go because it's convenient because they rude to you, but you keep walking in there. So I don't feel sorry when it comes to that shit. We've been making that same conscious choice this whole time. Now it's time to make another choice. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think in the comment sections. Afro Think Tank, learn something, teach something. I'm out.